New self-publishing tools pop up every day, but to be honest, there are only a few that really impress me. That said, I found an easy book cover generator, and I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to use. So stick around. Hey Write Writers, Keith Wheeler here, and if you want to continue to get all the hints, tips, and tricks on how to make self-publishing easier, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash your little bell icon so you get alerted each and every time I put out a new video. So a few weeks ago, I posted this video where Kathleen from BookBrush gave us a full BookBrush tutorial. Now, if you missed it, I'm going to drop a link to it down in the description below. But wouldn't you know, as is my luck, about 3 days after I published that video, Kathleen emailed me that BookBrush had added in an easy book cover generator right into their system. Now, of course, I jumped right over and checked it out, and holy crap. You want to see it? Check it out. Here we are in BookBrush. I've logged in. You usually get like some kind of special message. I'm going to head over to the cover creator. Here we are. As you can see, we have 3 options. Let's just click this out. We have 3 options. We have ebook, print, and audiobook. Let's just check out the ebook. You've got the different sizes, whether it's Kindle, Kobo, Wattpad, if you're interested in that. Audiobook. Here's the audio cover, 2400 by 2400. That is the size that ACX wants. 3000 by 3000 is the size that other audiobook distributors may be interested in. So if you're not doing ACX, check out and see what the dimensions your particular audiobook distribution format is looking for. These are audiobooks, these are ebooks, and you just go in there. It's going to be very similar to what we're going to do. I want to focus on print because print is a bit different. If you watched a previous video where I showed you how to create a book cover using Canva, you'll remember that we had to go to KDP, look up the cover template generator, put in the trim size, page count, and paper type, and then we got the template, we download it, then we import it into Canva, and then we could start working on our book cover. BookBrush has done all that for you. I clicked on print, and they have it all included in here. So I just go in, I click my trim size. Let's say I'm going to do a 6x9. My page type, I'm going to make it white paper. And then my page count, let's just say it's 350 pages. I click submit, and here we have it. This is our template right here. We don't have to export anything and then import it back in. It's all included. As you can see, this is the edge of our book cover. This is our margins. This is our spine right here. And if you want, you can go over here and you can actually toggle on the outside border. And so it makes it even clearer where the actual edge of the book will be. And then here's again our margins. And then if you're lining up certain text or elements and you really want to be spot on and you want guides, you can actually click this button. You can turn the guides on and off. So I'm going to leave the grid lines off for now, but I'm going to leave these guides on so I can very clearly see where the edge of my book cover is going to be. Now remember, when it comes to your book cover, you want your image, everything to go all the way to the edge. You don't want any important elements or text in the margin right here. So first thing I want to work on is I'm going to work on the background. Now, as you can see, these were our standard size, or what they call popular sizes. If you're doing a book and you want a more custom size, you can actually go to custom size and put in the dimensions right here. But we're just going to stick with a 6x9. Now I'm going to go to my backgrounds, and they actually connect. We covered this in the previous video with BookBrush, but they actually connect with Pixabay. So, and they have over 1 million images. So I'm just going to go in here and I want to do a beach scene because my book's going to be about the beach. And I want this one right here. And there it is, puts it in here. As you can see, it takes up the entire cover. It actually puts a little spot in here for where your barcode's going to go. So you don't have to worry about remembering where it's going to be. It's right here. When you download this template, that spot is not going to be there. It's just there visually for you when you're creating your cover. So you know not to put anything important here because you're not able to put any element in this area. We've got the background. Now I can double click on it and we can edit it. I can either remove it, I can change the size. I can change any background color that I have. I can affect the transparency. I can add a blur to it if I want that effect. But I like this covered exactly the way it is, or at least the background. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to add some text. A new text box. We're going to put the title. We're going to make the title There's a beach. All right. And then I'm going to take this, move it over to here. Now I can either click on Edit Text Styling, or I can just double click it. I want to change the font. Let's use this. Okay, I like that. I want it centered. And just like I've showed you in previous videos, whenever I do any kind of centering, I want to make sure it's as centered as possible. So I take it and I put it right between my guidelines. That's good enough. And then I want to up the size. There, how's that? That looks good. Click on it and drag it up just a hair. Okay. All right, that one looks good. I'm gonna go back, add a new text box. Move this down here. Double click. Again, I'm gonna make it centered. Now if I wanted, I can add some gradients. Double click in here and it brings up the color wheel. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then I'm going to bring this down. As you can see, there's an undo up here. I can just undo what I just did, or I can redo it. Now, as you can see, there are templates. I'm going to cover this briefly in a moment, but let's just go back, and I want to add another background. I want to put a person in here because I want to show you something that's super, super cool that they have. We're just going to do person's back. I like this one, but I don't want the background. So I can click over here, and there's an option to remove background. Now watch this. Are you sure you want to remove it? Yes. And there she is. It's just the person, no background. So then I can resize this. Maybe put her off here, the distance. Maybe something like that. Okay, and then I can go back to text, and I can add another text box, and I can just make this. I can just make this the. This is the book blurb. And then of course I want this to be a lot smaller, so we'll make this, let's just say 18-point font. Okay, move this over here. If there's any element that you don't like, you can just delete it. You can also click on these arrows, and these will actually move it back and forth within the layers. So obviously this is a top layer. So I can use it and it'll cover up my name or anything like that. But if I wanted to make this back just one layer, I just put it down a layer. And as you can see, my name will now be over top. So we're going to put this over here. Move my name just a bit. Okay, create another text box. And we use this rotation tool, and we'll rotate it. Bring it down here, so it's on my spine. And of course that size is a bit too big, so we're going to reduce it. Put my name in all caps this time. There's my book cover, and I can just download it, and I can do PDF, and here it is. I can save it to my computer. I can also save it in BookBrush. If I click in here, I can save it as a cover, so that way I can go back and use it later for maybe one of my promotional files. Make sure that you click I understand, I'm responsible for checking the licensing. Click save. Now I wanted to go back and I wanted to show you the templates. We talked about that before. Let's say you just can't come up with an idea for a cover, whether you don't have any inspiration, or maybe you're just not good at cover design. You can go to templates and go to community templates. Pick what type you're looking for. So let's say print cover. Pick a genre. Let's say we're going to do fantasy. You can pick nonfiction. You can pick multiple or just one. Click show filter templates. And here you go. So this, again, this is just to give you some idea, something to start with. Everything in here is completely customizable. The background image, author name, title, all of this is customizable. You can also go here and filter some more. So again, this is just some more inspiration, or again, something to just start with. So maybe you want to keep just the background, but change all of this. You can absolutely do that. And you scroll down here again to see more options. So this is the new cover creator here in BookBrush. It is not available for the free accounts, but for anyone who is using the pro account or higher, it includes the cover creator. Remember, we have the limited time coupon code KeithWheeler15, where you will get 15% off lifetime access. And that is available for the first 25 people who use that coupon code. So I'd love to know in the comments below whether or not you plan on using the cover creator, and if so, what genre do you plan on using it for? And once your cover's done, you can really start working on that book promotion, like maybe getting your books into physical bookstores. If you'd like to see how I've gotten my books into over 20 bookstores, even in states I've never even been to, then check out this video right here, and I'll share with you my secret weapon. Or you can check out this video that YouTube says you're gonna dig. I'll catch you in the next video, and remember to write right.